Today's topics: the National Mineral Development Corporation, national bodies, Vande Mataram, art and culture, the Spice Route Initiative, international, Raksha IBR biotechnology, maize plants ecology to protect 90% of its tropical forest permanently. It is regarding conservation topic. India to test a battery storage at coal plants to balance grid as solar power surges. So it is regarding technology. Asian Development Bank international bodies, Payment Regulatory Board national bodies, ICAR National Research Center for Banana national bodies, Central Authority in India for Mutual Legal Assistance requests in criminal matters national bodies, the Interstellar Mapping and Acceleration Probe technology, Glacial Geoengineering technology, Neon technology, Gold as raw material economy, Sahyog portal technology, Bacillus calmette guerin BCG biotechnology, self-sufficiency in pulses economy, Insurance Regulatory and Development Authority of India national bodies. National Mineral Development Corporation. It is the Navrata's public sector enterprises under India's Ministry of Steel and country's largest producer of iron ore, which is established in 1958. Vande Mataram. It is written in Sanskritized Bengali by Bankim Chandra Chatterjee in 1870s and published in 1882, and it is a part of novel Anandamath. The Spice Route Initiative. It refers to both a historical UNESCO program. Remember, it is a historical UNESCO program that reconnects 31 countries linked by ancient spice trade. So fosters cultural exchange, modern geopolitical and economic corridor initiatives such as India Middle East Europe economic corridor, and which aims to build a 21st century trade network to revive historical ties. Raksha IBR. Indian Immunologicals has launched India's first indigenously developed glycoprotein E deleted Deva marker vaccine against infectious bovine rhinotracheosis. So this vaccine named Raksha IBR will address infertility, abortions and reduce the milk productivity linked to the disease. Here very interesting thing to observe. Here maize plants when attacked by insects, right, where they are crowded in fields near to one another, one plant to another in the nearest possibly arranged, they release more linalool, altering their neighbors to trigger defensive response. So if one plant is attacked by an insect, it releases a linalool which alerts neighboring maize plant to trigger defensive responses. This is what the ecological scenario of this topic. Suriname, one of the most heavily forested nation on earth, which recently pledged to protect 90% of its tropical forest permanently. Remember, permanently. It is a step for Amazonian nations and global climate goals. Here, India tests the installation of battery storage systems at some coal power plants in the country where it is grappling with the problem of integrating solar capacity while maintaining a reliable electricity supply. So to solve the problem of where integration of solar capacity, we are testing with battery storage system. Asian Development Bank, it's a leading multilateral development bank, supports sustainable growth across Asia. Founded in 1966, owned by 69 members and 50 from the region. Payment Regulatory Board, Reserve Bank of India being the designated authority under the Payments and Settlement Systems Act 2007, constituted the 6-member Payments Regulatory Board. So it is constituted by RBI. ICAR, National Research Center for Banana, was established on 21st August 1993 at Tamil Nadu. Central Authority in India for Mutual Legal Assistance Requests in criminal matters. So here the Ministry of Home Affairs is a nodal ministry and the central authority for seeking and providing mutual legal assistance in criminal law matters. Here, interstellar mapping and acceleration probe. NASA launched this IMA on September 24th. This new mission will map boundaries of our halosphere, which is gained protective bubble created by the sun that encapsulate our solar system. Halosphere, the region acts like a protective bubble that shield the planets from cosmic rays. Very important point. So this mission will study the activity, how halosphere boundary interacts with the local galactic neighborhood. Here glacial geoengineering, it is a set of proposed geoengineering which have approach to focus to slow the loss of glaciers, ice sheets and sea ice in polar regions and in some cases alpine areas. So this glacial geoengineering have different things. Suppose methods like regional and local solar radiation management, thinning cirrus clouds to allow more heat to escape. Next, deploying mechanical or engineering structures to stabilize ice, and specific strategies under investigation for further are stratospheric aerosol injection. Will be focused on polar regions, marine cloud brightening and surface albedo modification with reflective materials. So these are the different methods of glacial geoengineering. Here Opera launched Neon. It's an artificial intelligence powered browser that can execute tasks and run code inside web pages. Reserve Bank of India has allowed banks to grant need-based working capital loans to manufacturers using gold as raw material. It's a new development which is extend the provisions currently which is available only to jewelers till now. Sahyog portal developed actually to automate the process of sending notices to intermediaries by the appropriate government or its agency under IT Act 2000, so that to facilitate the removal of or access to any information which can be considered as unlawful act. Bacillus calmette-guerin is a live attenuated vaccine developed from Mycobacterium bovis to prevent tuberculosis and also used to treat non-muscle invasive bladder cancer. So this vaccine is live attenuated vaccine, very important. Self-sufficiency in pulses. A Union Cabinet approved the Mission for Atmanirbhar Bharat in pulses, and it's a landmark initiative to boost domestic production and self-sufficiency in pulses. And this mission has to be implemented over a 6 years period from 2025-26 to 2030 to 2031. Insurance Regulatory and Development Authority of India is an autonomous and statutory body under the jurisdiction of Ministry of Finance. So it is tasked with regulating and licensing the insurance and reinsurance industries in India, constituted by the Insurance Regulatory and Development Authority Act 1999.